Let's get into our roster projection. We got asked by the producers to put together 26 names that we think will be on the World Cup roster. I'm kind of curious what everybody thinks at home, so the chat can pop off with regard to this. Hit us up on social media if you're listening to this a little later or watching this later. I guess we had a consensus of 22 names, so we all put together 26. We put together 22, and I'm very curious as to which ones made it and which ones did not. Where are we starting, Des? We going goalkeepers? Oh, we got them. We're throwing all up at the same time.
Just throw it all of it.
All out there. So we got the whole thing.
Forget line by line.
This is the one these are the ones we agreed on?
These are the ones that we agreed on. I don't know because I didn't have some of these names on mine. But here's so I'm gonna read it. This is the consensus.
It's consensus.
Okay, I'm gonna read the names, then we'll jump in. Matt Freese, Matt Turner, Jonathan Klinsmann are the goalkeepers.
I had all three.
I did not. I had Schulte. He loves the Columbus Crew for whatever reason, whether it's Zalotki or okay, fine. So Chris Richards, Tim Ream, Mark McKenzie, Miles Robinson, Noahkai Banks, Jedi Robinson, Max Arfson, Serginho Dest, and Freeman are the defenders. I didn't have Banks in my team.
I had every single one.
I had all of these.
You had Banks as well? Both of you guys had Banks?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Adams, Tessman, McKinney, Berhalter, Reyna, Tillman, Luna, and Brendan Aronson is the midfielders. Those all look like I had that.
I don't think I had.
I had Roldan in mine.
I had Roldan in mine. Yeah. Did I have
in that one?
I don't have the list in front of me.
I didn't have Banks. I had Roldan instead of Banks. That's who. That would
I did this while eating Thai food last night.
And then our forwards: Weah, Pulisic, Zendejas, Balogun, Pepe, and Haji Wright.
I had all of those as well.
I had all of those as well.
I think I had every single player here.
Yeah, I had Weah as one of my defenders. I have him as a wingback.
Yeah, I used him as a forward. I was stuck between like the forwards and like that two, so I split a couple in mine. But like Tillman, right? I look at him, but I had him in this midfield line.
Of these 26, this is kind of like a collection of it. We had full consensus on 22 names. Five players got two votes each.
So Schulte is the one, right? That you.
For me, whatever. The third goalkeeper. Yeah. So Klinsmann, fine. No problem. I'm not going to split hairs on that. I guess Banks was out for me. I had Weah in as a defender.
Let me check.
But I could see value of bringing in a younger defender to help him get kind of prepared for the next cycle. Adams, Tessman, McKinney, Berhalter, Reyna, Tillman, Luna, Aronson. I feel like I had all those.
I definitely had all the defenders.
Maybe I was trying to decide.
I had Roldan. I had Roldan
instead of Berhalter.
No, I had Berhalter too. Oh, I had Johnny in there.
Oh, I don't see Johnny getting.
I don't see him making it either.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he was the two I struggled with were Johnny and then I ended up not putting Ajiman in. But with Johnny, I thought, you know what, he's when he get healthy, he could make a run. Still playing at Atletico is major club in the world. That's why I thought maybe he makes a late run in this thing. I'm trying to figure out who. Balogun, Pepe, Pulisic, Wright, Weah. Oh, Zendejas. You got Zendejas in there. Yeah, so I had those two. I was pretty close.
Yeah, this is my exact 26.
Oh, so we're just using Chuck's 26? Just kidding. Let me see who I went with. I had Balogun, Pepe, Wright, Pulisic, Tillman, Luna, Aronson, Reyna, Zendejas, Adams, Tessman, McKinney, Roldan, Berhalter, Richards, Ream, Freeman, McKenzie, Miles Robinson, Dest, Jedi, Arfson, Weah, Freeze, Turner, Schulte. It seems like there's no Musa, no Johnny.
Yep.
Oh, Scally I didn't vote for Scally.
No Scally.
I didn't have Scally in mind.
Yeah. Aiden Morris, Ajiman out. I know he loves Jack McGlynn and Brian White.
Did you not have Noahkai Banks, Jimmy?
I did not.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah. The reason I went with Banks is, well, one, he's finally starting to perform and he's consistent. But you go down the roster, 3 keepers. The 2 right wing backs are Dest and Weah. Ultimately,
that's how I see it.
And then Richards, Ream, McKenzie, Miles Robinson, Noahkai Banks, and I put Freeman there
Freeman's
as well.
yeah, I have him as a center back.
So you have one. You have a replacement for each position across the back three. Then Robinson and Arfson on the left side. Then Adams, Tessman, McKennie, Berhalter, Aronson, I put as the two, midfielders.
Yeah.
Then Christian, Tillman, Luna, Reyna, and Davies. So now you're splitting 5 players for those two positions, right? And then Balogun, Pepe Wright as the 3 in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, I only have 5 center backs. Richards, Ream, Freeman, McKenzie, and Miles Robinson. And I feel like Tessman could play there in a pinch if we needed him, like he does for his club.
Yeah. I think this awesome Reach 94, it may come down to Cardoso or Berhalter or Cardoso or Roldan or one of the 3. And then I'd say Banks or Trusty, right? But there's a need for a center back for depth. So Banks or Trusty, given where they are come March.
Yeah, given Ream's age, maybe you should bring another center back. I mean, obviously a lot can happen in the next 5 months, but
we're pretty damn close.
Yeah.
In terms of final cuts, for me, Musa's out. I had Johnny Cardoso out.
Adjiman would be in that final.
Adjiman would be in that final cut. Given his love for McGlynn would be in there. But I would say I think Johnny would probably be my biggest name cut. I don't think he makes it. Scally, maybe, if any Scally fans out there. I don't think Scally makes the team, so maybe Scally and Johnny would be that. I'm pulling for Zendejas. When he's on, that kid is a firecracker, and he's obviously taken on more responsibility and been the guy from Club America.
How much does Gio Reyna coming back? Because I only see Gio and Zendejas playing one position.
Yeah,
and that's underneath the forwards in that right side across from Christian. How much do you think Gio coming back in affect Zendejas?
A ton, because now you also have the emergence of Malik Tillman. So with Tillman proving his worth in that spot as well now, and Diego Luna, I know that not everybody's like for like, but they're all kind of competing for that same spot. And Chuck mentioned it as well. You got 5 guys when you throw Pulisic in there that are competing for those 2 spots, those 2 10s. And because Weston McKennie has already played there for Pochettino against Australia in the 10 spot, now you could argue you got 2 guys, or excuse me, 6 guys going for 2 spots.
How much does Gio, because I'm a Zendejas fan, I think you know that, right?
Yeah.
How much does Gio affect Brendan Aronson?
Yeah,
and Diego Luna, right? A lot.
I feel like Luna and Aronson are kind of in a little bit more of a similar zone in terms of what they bring, kind of those intangibles, that extra energy, that burst, that fight, that spirit. That not to say that Gio doesn't have, but they carry that in spades. And Gio's maybe got more of a magic wand of a final pass in his feet than those other guys, and so. Yeah, I think Gio kind of goes into more of that creative playmaker, and those other 2 guys go into the hustle awards, which I was a hustle award guy, so I know it when I see it. But I don't know. I mean, I think Gio coming back in complicates it, not only for who makes the team, but also who starts, right? And again, that can be opponent based. But Chuck, any final cuts for you, Chuck, that stood out for you?
Man,
it's hard, right?
I'd hate to see Brandon Aronson left off. Just because, he's not a starter, but he's a player that comes in and he presses, he works his butt off. He can cause problems. We see it with Leeds. Like, there are moments where he looks fantastic. Like he's going to be a player that's always going to generate chances. And then there's times where he's just kind of running around. He never gets on the ball. So that would be tough to see him being left off. Even Berhalter or Roldan, what they've been able to do with their time with Pochettino has, earned them the right to be in the conversation. Right. And leaving one of those guys off of after what they've been able to do, obviously Sebastian Berhalter is a little bit younger, so he has more potential to fulfill, and the lifeline of his career is a little bit longer than Roldan, and for Roldan, this is like his last chance to play in a World Cup. So you're looking at those two players, and
So
I
who's
think
your
it's
cut?
one of
I
those
think
three.
You're tap dancing right now.
Who'd you cut?
Give us a name. He doesn't want to say a name.
Come on, man.
Come on, Chuck.
I'm gonna come upstairs and look at that paper you got.
Well, the two guys that I said no to are Cardoso and Musa.
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily say those are last cuts because they're not that involved. They're on the periphery. If you're looking at guys who are there, who are playing and have done
I like
well,
this. I like this. Keep going. I like where
right?
you're going.
Yeah, I'm talking myself into this.
I like it. I like it.
Berhalter and Roldan. Now, the positions are so deep. And Brandon Aronson, he's a little bit more of an attacker, work rate. He gives you something different. We're talking about different profiles.
Okay. Hey, can I jump in here?
Yeah.
Because Mauricio Pochettino just referenced Herb Brooks and the movie Miracle.
Yes.
Right. And he said this. This was Mauricio Pochettino said, we don't need the best players. We need the right players to make a team a strong team.
Facts.
So I want to know, does that influence your final cut at all? Because, okay, maybe there's somebody better on paper, or they might have achieved more, but they might not be the right fit.
All those three players fit the Herb Brooks mantra. Okay. All three players. Okay. So where you say, okay, I need quality and the creativity that maybe they don't have the whole package in terms of what Herb Brooks is talking about. The Jimmy Conrad, I run through a wall,
Let's go.
fight.
I
might not be able to cross the ball, but I can run through a wall, And so I'm gonna go with Roldan as the last cut.
Wow.
Yeah.
After Pochettino said he was the perfect player or his perfect player.
If you had to choose between Berhalter and Roldan right now, who would you pick? Between those two right now.
Hey, don't deflect. You said Roldan. That's fine.
I did. I'm getting with it. And I think those are the two last. Those are the two last cuts, the last players when you're talking about it. And I think with Berhalter's form, with Vancouver, what he's been able to do, and he brings all those intangibles, I just see him getting into the team.
Wow.
Remember, people said what a leader he's been. Surprised for a young kid to come into that environment and kind of set the tone, be a leader, do all the things that Jimmy does. First at breakfast, looking at the coach. I got my egg white, and guys, look what I'm eating, coaches.
Eating egg whites.
It's as big as my palm, the egg white. That's it.
I'm drinking water and have my smoothie.
Mine was Ajiman. My Ajiman was my last cut when I was doing that, and I had him in there, and I was sitting there going, who's a guy that's going to make a late run? And then I went between Musa and Cardoso, and I ended up putting Johnny in there. It's going to make a late run, which took Ajiman on. So Ajiman was my last cut. He was on my list originally, but I'm like, there's somebody to me that's going to make a run late in this thing. Right? There's somebody that's been in the pool, and I just instinctively went with Johnny. I just can't get over it. We're going to leave a player that if he gets back healthy and is playing at Atleti, we're going to leave him out of the roster. What
a good problem to have.
I know. You're right. We're going to get to
it's about the team. It's not about the club, Tones.
I know.
And whenever he's played with the U.S., it's been below average, and that's putting it for
he's going to make a late run. I know all of this. I took it into consideration, and I went with just an instinct that he was going to make it. That's all.
So now you're going to cut one of Herb Brooks, one of Jimmy Conrad.
You're going to cut Jimmy Conrad.
No, what I did was cut a number 9 because I already had Balogun, we already had Pepe, and already had Haji Wright, because I think if Haji Wright makes his team, that's the only position he could play in this team. And I was like, I can't have 4 number 9s in here. So
there's only going to be 3.
I cut. That's who I cut in the end.